You get some power to that. Yeah. There's something in there.
Check.
Coffee with Stripes.
Tuesday, December 13th. Is that exactly right? December 12th. Get a little ahead of myself. Coffee with Stripes live on location at Stripes' favorite place, the Dog House.
The Dog
Especially on Tuesdays, a Taco Tuesday.
Yummy,
but they have
num,
specials every day of the week, and a great place to go see the game. So it's Tuesday. Let's get right into the news, shall we?
Jump in, Mike.
The UK to bring beavers into the first UK flooding control program. They're going to release a ton of beavers in the Forest of Mead. I'd say this is the best damn idea they've ever had.
Wow. You know, those better be the best damn beavers in all of Great Britain.
You can't beat that with a pelt. So, what else have you seen in the news today? I found an AI-assisted porn is on the way.
Okay.
And it's apparently, I don't know if there's much more you need to say about that headline. That's probably gonna.
Have you been looking at my phone?
Well, AI assisted. I wonder what that would do. Is if they could just figure out your name and then like put that in there and just, or
man,
figure out the way. I'm not sure where you would go with that one.
How creeped out were you the first time you like typed some words into a computer and then it said those words? When you were like 10 or 8 or I don't know how old you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I don't know because we would have had like that answering machine voice would have been there when I was a little kid, and Star Trek. If you're watching Next Generation, the computer talks to you and stuff like that. I think I was always just ready for computers to talk to me.
I mean, are you ready to ask a computer a question? Because already you can be like, Alexa. Can cats eat cupcakes? And it'll answer that question for you.
Well, sometimes the best way to figure out a question like that is a scientific experiment. You just get a couple cats and some cupcakes, you'll figure it out pretty quick, I'm guessing.
But somehow Alexa knows. It knows the answer. So what about when you start asking it like deep philosophical questions like, Alexa, is it always going to hurt this much just to exist? And Alexa's just like, you're lucky you're not me.
No, I think that the machines, if they ever got that far into the question, they just kind of reach electron enlightenment, and they just be one with the universe and be pretty peaceful, actually, all things considered.
You just create an instant singularity, and they'd cease to be.
Yeah, so I was looking up, some stories
Didn't that
today.
happen in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Oh, what happened in the Hitchhiker's Guide?
They made a computer so that it could figure out the meaning of life, the universe, everything, and they turned it on.
Of course,
and it
deep thought.
Deep thought.
Thought for 10 million years. So, the idea of an assistant that's an AI, a robot, that's pretty common. That's we all have that, Alexa, Siri. Here's another one. Your boss is probably going to be replaced by an algorithm too. And some people are thinking that's already happened.
They have a straight up anger algorithm.
Yeah. Do you think you'd be able to work for a robot?
Man, it's like your boss is an algorithm. Did they make the algorithm snort cocaine?
I don't know. I probably feel like I'd have some pride issues unless that robot was just the funniest thing I ever met in my life.
Man, I think
it just had jokes upon jokes, the jokes you'd never heard about.
It's gonna start with something innocuous. It's gonna be like the program. It's gonna be like GPS. You follow your GPS when it tells you to drive somewhere. And and then it's gonna start giving you extra little stuff. It's gonna be like, hey Joe, while you're driving over there, you should do this. And I'm gonna be like, you know what? That's a good idea. That's a good idea. And before you know it, one day it's gonna be like, hey Joe, why don't you drive over here and herd up all the other humans and put them in the van? It's coming, man.
Well, I'll tell you that
Skynet. It's going to be Skynet, except instead of nuclear blowing up everybody, it's just going to make us all deliver ourselves to it, like Amazon delivery.
Well, yesterday I went to a place that I'd never been before, and I definitely, instead of saying, hey, I'm going to GPS it and ride the GPS the whole way, I was like, I'm going to do what I used to do back in the day and look it up on a map. Now, albeit that map was on a computer screen, it did narrow down exactly where I had to go, but I didn't have to follow step-by-step instructions from a robot all the way there. Turn right 400 feet. It's like, I know where Jackson is. Why do I even have this thing turned on?
Remember going on to MapQuest and, typing it in, and then it would print out, those 10 sheets of paper. You, staple them together.
Yep. And they were, amazingly accurate for how inaccurate everything on the internet was back then.
Yeah, man, they were hard. MapQuest was no joke, dude. I bet they ended up selling that, map of the world that they were working on to, Google Maps or whoever's the primary cartographer of our era.
All right. Here's another news story. Here's some real stuff. NASA's apparently talking about, and a SETI at home, that that something cruising through the atmosphere is maybe trying to make contact with us. What do you know?
What?
Okay. Yeah. NASA to hold a major announcement after artificial intelligence makes planet hunting breakthrough.
Whoa.
Oh, there's planet hunting. I saw another one about something else today. That's definitely a distraction from where I was going. All right, let's get into it today or tomorrow, huh? Today or tomorrow.
Today or tomorrow. Usually I have my drop lined up for that, but this is the bit where Mike is going to present me with something, and I have to choose whether or not this is a technology that already exists today or whether it will be forthcoming in the future.
And everyone at home can play, and everyone here at the doghouse, too, if you think this is happening today or tomorrow. All right. Making farming better by using machine learning to understand chicken chatter. Today, you're thinking? Today?
We got a solid show of today's here from the crew at the doghouse.
Yeah. The answer.
Let me guess. Today.
The answer is today. AI decodes the nuances of chicken speech.
It was today. Yep.
How machine learning can translate chicken chatter and improve farming.
Wow.
So I think what they would probably be doing is just change. Hey, are they all happy? And if not, be like, oh, what do they need? And it's probably some more like chicken feed, isn't it? Usually.
So all these guys trying to come up
Thank
with
you
this
very
new.
much.
You got these guys trying to come up with this new cool slang, so the fuzz won't know what they're talking about, right? But no, if we can decode what the chickens are talking about, man, we got Alexa. Alexa's listening to you. We got to figure it out.
This is probably probably you know how there's a homeowner association. This is probably the beginning of the hen house association where everyone comes together and starts making rules. It's like, Bonnie, I noticed you left some of your chicken feed out in the middle of the mutual walkway. I thought we all talked about this, right?
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is we're going to this is what they really want, and then we're going to give them what they want, and then I don't know if they're going to be happy. I think they're just going to want more chicken feed. I don't know what actually chickens are into. I guess we'll find out.
What do you think chickens are saying all the time, man?
Oh, they're talking about music. Their favorite composer's Johann Sebastian Bach. Bach.
Oh, man. Oh, man. We are a comedy show. Thank you.
All right. So yeah, that's it. Do you have a King of America for us today?
Yes, I certainly do.
Okay, what's that?
If I were the King of America, I would make the declaration. I would decree that everybody has to have their Christmas shopping done, like in July. July 4th. All right, let's just round it all up. July 4th, go see the fireworks. Yeah, between July and like September, get all your Christmas shopping done, man, because it's getting ridiculous out there, folks. Everybody's consumed with the sense of consumerism, and it just gets every year they push it back. They push it back another couple days. It used to be like, oh, Black Friday, we'll get black. Now it's like Purple Tuesday, man. They're moving it. They're gonna be on some Blue March. They're gonna just move. They're gonna take over a whole month.
I guess that's what they're talking about with Green Monday. Is that where you just don't go? It's instead of Cyber Monday, let's call it green because we're not getting in our car and drive around. We're just having them ship a big giant truck to us.
That term green has just been co-opted to death. You know what I mean? I hear so much green. And it's like, nah, man, everything in America comes from China, and it's delivered on a truck. And if you buy it at Whole Foods, and you're like, yeah, dude, I'm saving the earth. It's like, yeah, where'd that come from? I don't know.
All right, well, that was the King of America with Joe.
Oh yeah,
Stuff.
no, I didn't say what I would do. So if I was the King of,
this was your setup.
So if I was the King of America, you'd have to get all your shopping done. I'd allow a little bit, but I'd encourage the vast majority of it to be committed during that time. I'd even give the whole populace storage lockers to hide it from their kids and loved ones. I'm serious, man. You gotta encourage that kind of thing.
What do you think about this? In a futuristic society, we're going to have drones, right? kids are going to be able to, their parents will be able to buy drones that hold presents and actually bring them down the chimney, and they'll be like, this is what we did when we were kids. Santa actually came down the chimney. What do you think about that? Do you think that's going to happen?
It'll just be a drone. It'll just be like, ho, ho, ho.
It'll be an actual Santa Claus going down the chimney. Yeah.
And it'll know what you wanted for Christmas because Alexa told it.
And that's, yeah. Maybe, wow. I can't even begin to think about that anymore. You know, on that note, we're gonna let the Doghouse get back to regular rock and roll business here down in Georgetown. We'll be back here after the first of the year, second Tuesday of every month.
Thanks so much for hosting us. Doghouse got the best Taco Tuesday in the whole tri-state area. Whoop, whoop.